Confidence is key. Something that I've heard a lot of times in my life. Confidence is key. Confidence is key to a lot of things, to everything. So why do so many people not have it? Well, honestly, I think I see almost a 50-50 split on people that are confident versus people that are very confidently inconfident. I stole that bar from someone. Also, I got my candle going because I hate this light. I think the candle looks tough too. It also smells nice too. It's a Swan Creek candle. Just says all these words that I don't need to read on. Woodsy, earthy, cedar, oak, lead-free, lush, forest, intensely fragrant. No matter how fragrant a candle is, the smell goes away after one day of sitting with it. I already don't smell the scent anymore. I guess I'm only doing it for other people. My whole family complains about how my room smells like not good. So right, confidence. How do so many people have it, and why do so many people talk about it without having it? Well, I grew up my whole life, and till this day, don't really, I couldn't possibly tell you if I was 100% sure on what confidence even is. I mean, you could go and look it up on Google and it'll tell you what confidence is, but I mean what it means for me to be that, to be able to do things that you know how to do. So, some people might think that it means that you forget that. Not other people. Let me talk about myself. Let me talk about my own experience with it. I grew up very inconfident about myself. And when I was in that state, I felt like not really that it was a bad place to be. Everywhere that the way my life worked at that time kind of coincided with the feeling of just, this is how it is. Right? My mind kind of adapted to what was going on around me, and it became the norm. The feelings that I felt became the norm. Even if those feelings didn't go away, it was still the norm to feel them. And it didn't feel like I was forcing myself to feel it. It was just happening, right? I saw things, I thought things, and then I felt things and adopted things into my own mind. And it was almost like on autopilot it came to me. The feeling of inconfidence. But now that I'm at a point where I see how I went for years without confidence. I went for years just being fine with it. It was like fuck, man. I didn't even know that's what it was. And for all those years, I found myself forcing everything I do to be like a confident thing. It has to come off like whatever. Again, it didn't seem like confidence, but I'm gonna put that word there. It was what other people were doing in contrast to what I was doing. Because once you get into the real world and you get out of the age where you're just like watching people, being a part of the other people around you, it's something completely different. And if you stay stuck in, it just doesn't transition well. It doesn't, they don't coincide. So, yeah, seeing people all be very expressive or able to get their point across or calm or talkative or almost perfect in what they do. These are all things that I saw as like something separate until I realized it was one thing. Confidence. And there's different levels of it. There's people that aren't as talkative, but they're still confident in where they are. But me, on the other hand, I was never able to do any of these things. So, gotta bring my voice down a little. I had to do some self-exploration. And what it led to me realizing was, I'm not confident. But what does that really mean? Because I'm not trying to. I mean, like, I thought that being confident meant you have to try. Right? I have to try to make all these things happen. I have to sit there and dwell. And that was because of my lack of confidence in that area that those thoughts came up. And I sort of expected it to work while also doing all the wrong things. And I had to learn what it meant to really be not confident first. So what I realized is that if you go into any conversation and you think, I have to like aim myself up first, I have to get to this level, I have to fucking wind up before I go out, there's a reason you run out of energy, because that wind up doesn't last forever. It's a facade, and it's not who you really are. And I think in order to, if you go into a conversation and you're like you're almost feeling like you're finally confident, but you're like excited and nervous at the same time, you're not actually being confident, you're just forcing it. And people feel that. And even if you feel like you're actually working, it's finally all coming together, and I'm finally, let's get this shit rolling, right? And then later on you realize you were just being dumb, and it destroys your confidence, that facade of being confident. So fake it till you make it doesn't apply to everything. And I guess it does, but you're just doing the wrong thing. You're just not faking the right thing. You have to realize who you actually are in order to be anything other than that. You have to if you have like a fucking, if you have a part of you that you don't like and you're always looking away from it, you're never gonna know how it actually works. And you're never gonna realize that you can change it. You just have to accept it for what it is first. And once you really come into a conversation with humility and not being cocky or that nervous excitement, you come to people with the idea that I could fuck up. I'm gonna say shit that, you know, I'm gonna come off of as what I am. And everyone's gonna see it and they're gonna know it. And I'm gonna know that you know it. And that's just what it is. That's the closest thing you can get to just being you and being true. But then from that point, you can keep going. You can just sorry, I lost my train of flock. And when you're confident, finally going back on track, when you're confident, you're just doing. It's the same thing as being inconfident. You're just doing. And it doesn't feel good. Honestly, bro, confidence, true confidence in the things that you want to be confident in, it feels weird. But you just trust your motor skills, your memory. You just trust. You just fall back and you trust it. Being confident isn't really the best feeling. But it's not the feeling you're looking for, it's what you get out of it. It's connections and actually letting people know who you are. Coming to people with all your quirks and all your problems, like, just out there, right? You just being you. I keep staring at this flame. It's really distracting. I'm like a bug to a light. It would be really corny and really funny if I ended the video off by closing the lamp, the candle. Every time I light it, I always get distracted and then I almost attempt to put the cap back on right after I light it. And it's happened like 3 times in a row and I caught myself and I just was like, what the fuck? But, yeah. Are you afraid of the dark? 'Cause I'm not. Oh, it's still light.